him, Jimmy, and Gordy were in the factory, you know, building it for a whole year. And then they kind of said, Paul, why don't you do the retail? My dad had never been in retail before. He says, okay. First 12 customers came in. And so they got the shoes. The first customer comes up and they give a $5 bill. My dad he says, I'm smart enough to have a cash register. I've hit the button and there's no money in there. So the first 12 people they gave the shoes to and asked them to come back and pay for them.
Because he didn't have change.
He didn't have no change.
So did they all come back the next?
11 of them came back the next day. One of them came back 2 weeks later because she was visiting her daughter. She lived in Lakewood, and she wasn't going to come back there for 2 weeks. But my dad has good faith in people, and he knew that she brought the money back. So that's how we started off the first day.
Was he targeting skaters, or how did skaters find Vans?
They adopted us in the mid-'70s. They gave our company purpose. They gave our company reason to be. Surfers went from the surf in the afternoon to skateboarding. They wore our shoes because it wore better, it gripped better, and the waffle sole is something that grips the sole better, grips the grip tape, and it wears longer and stuff. And that's kind of how we started off in meeting the skaters.
The company's been through a lot over the last half century. I mean, you've had private equity going public, bankruptcy, all this kind of stuff. What was that like for the family to have economic turmoil with a company that you'd built?
I learned about integrity. And he says, we owe that money. We're going to pay it back 100 cents a dollar. I want 3 years. So 3.5 years. And stuck to his plan. Came out of Chapter 11, not owing a penny.
He paid everybody back?
Paid everybody back 100 cents on the dollar. He wanted to pay the last $50,000 to Security Pacific in those days in pennies in a dump truck, but he heard they could refuse it because they were just, they wanted to liquidate us every 6 weeks when my dad had to go into the court and present the project. I think love what you like. I wanted to be my dad. I wanted to do what he did.